Hi, Alaina. Hi, Nicholas. I'm Aunt Jenny. Remember me? Nicholas, I've got to meet you again. I saw you last when you were a baby, a little baby. And Alaina, I hope you remember me. Remember Uncle Jason and I were at your nanny's and we saw you and you were trying to pinch him. You're a big girl now. I've seen you on video riding horses, doing all kinds of stuff. Anyway, look what I have just in time for Halloween. This is called the Pumpkin Patch Parable. And it doesn't have ghosts and goblins and all of that. This is a neat Christian book. And it's by Liz Curtis Higgs. She's a great writer. She wrote the story. And it was illustrated by Nancy Munger. Do you know what illustrated means? It means who drew the pictures. So there's fun people that make books. The person that makes the story and the person that draws the pictures. And sometimes people do both. Okay, this is what's going to be hard, is turning the pages. Okay. See? Meanwhile, okay. See that big red barn and those rolling green fields? That's where the farmer lives. Way out in the country. It's so far out, the streets don't even have stop signs. Do you guys have stop signs where you live? The farmer grows lots of different things in those fields. He grows tall green corn. You see the corn? Keep seeing. He grows big red tomatoes. Where are the tomatoes? And long yellow squash and little green peas. Can you see? People eat all of that stuff for dinner. Which one's your favorite? Is it squash? Is it the peas? Do you know what me and Aunt Jill and your Nani used to do? And Aunt Lisa? We all didn't like peas when we were little because my mom got them out of a can and they weren't as good as the kind that you get in the garden or fresh from the garden or even in the frozen section. And we used to hide ours. Sometimes we would, well, I won't tell you the secrets because you might have something you don't like and then your mom would get mad. Okay, finishing the book. One hot June day, soon after school let out, the farmer planted pumpkin seeds just like he did every summer. You see those seeds in his hand? The seeds disappeared into the ground, nice neat rows, and grew there in the dark all throughout the 4th of July. Every morning, a tiny green shoot, see it shoot up the leaves and the vines? A tiny green shoot quietly poked its way out of the soil. That's the soil. Soon, a long green vine stretched across the ground. From that vine, little buds sprouted into wide green leaves. Wow. The leaves spread out flat to catch the August sun. So he planted them in June. They were growing underground in July, like summertime when we swim and all of that. And then August is when it's really hot in the summer. And all that time it was growing and finally the leaves started coming up and these blossoms. Someday those little green buds would turn into big orange pumpkins. Can you believe that? Little soft flowers turn into those big hard pumpkins? How does that happen? But not yet. The patient farmer waited and waited. So the pumpkins still weren't ready in August. Then the pumpkins began to grow, and how different they looked. There were tall and lean, some were short and round, some had lumps and bumps. All of them were pumpkins. Sorry, my fingers get stuck. Okay. October came at last. The sky was bright blue, the air was cooler, just like now. Every night it got dark earlier than it did the night before. It was time for the farmer to harvest the pumpkin crop. Harvest is the word we use when the food that we grew is ready. The farmer's many workers brought lots of ripe pumpkins in from the fields. Which one would he choose first? Which one do you think he wants? The tall one, the big fat one, the lumpy bumpy one? Let's see, what's he gonna do with it? Turn the page, Jen. I need help. Wish you guys were here to help me turn pages. The farmer picked up one large pumpkin, being very careful not to let it slip through his hands. Pumpkins are tough on the outside, but break into smithereens if you drop them. He washed off all the dirt, holding on tight. If you ever hold a pumpkin, hold it tight. Next came the messy part. Pumpkins are full of dozens of seeds and lots of slimy pulp. The farmer had a special plan for his chosen pumpkin, so the seeds and the slime had to go. Do you guys ever touch the slime? He slowly slid a large knife right into the center of the pumpkin. The pumpkin didn't make a sound because vegetables don't talk. If they did talk, the pumpkin might have said, "Ouch!" Gently, the farmer cut a round hole in the top of the pumpkin and pulled on the stem. Squishy, stringy pulp waited for him. Say hi to Uncle Jason. Hi, Uncle Jason.
Who's that?
It's Nicholas and Alaina.
Okay. Ready, guys?
Gently, the farmer cut a hole. He stepped on a doggy toy. Gently, the farmer cut a hole around the top of the pumpkin and pulled on the stem. Squishy, stringy pulp waited for him inside. Yuck. The farmer pulled out all that slimy pulp and wrapped it up in an old newspaper, and off to the compost pile it went, never to be seen again. Your mommy will have to tell you what a compost pile is one day. Then something really exciting happened. The pumpkin got a new face. The farmer carved a triangle for each eye. Pumpkins have eyes that don't blink or turn away. They see everything. He neatly carved a little square for the nose, and then a big wide smile. What happened next was wonderful. The farmer put a small white candle down inside the pumpkin and touched the wick with a flame. He lit it with a lighter or a match or something. How that pumpkin glowed. Do you see the pumpkin glowing with the light? As the sky grew darker, the pumpkin on the porch was shining brighter than ever. When people saw the smiling pumpkin, they smiled back. The end. Did you like the pumpkin story? Next month, this is the month of Alaina's birthday and Halloween. Then the next month is Nicholas's birthday month, and it's also Thanksgiving. And so I will read to you, or maybe I can get Uncle Jason to read to you, a Thanksgiving story. And then after that one, we'll have one more that I'll do, and it'll be a Christmas story. So we'll do one each month for these holidays. I love you, kids.
Love you guys.
Say hi, Domino. Bye, Uncle Jason.
Bye.
We love you.
Love
Mwah.
you.
Hope you enjoyed the story.